If you need to delve into the past, then you're going to love the crystal that we're exploring in this video. Today, we're exploring Ancestralite. Now, first of all, if we were to say Ancestralite to a geologist, they would wonder what on earth we're talking about. Ancestralite is a commercial or a trade name for a type, or it's a pseudomorph of something called martite, which is a variety of hematite. It's found primarily in Brazil, and when those that are in the more spiritual realms have worked with it, they've kind of found that it is really good for that kind of ancestral work, and that's what we're going to explore in this video. But the visual name is definitely not Ancestralite, but that's what we're going to talk about it today. You can definitely see from the glittering of it, it does definitely look like hematite, and so you could kind of attribute some of the powers of hematite there, but I think you're going to find this to be a bit more deeper and depth and kind of wandering into the past a lot more, whereas hematite keeps you quite grounded in the present. So let's dive in and explore Ancestralite. I've already alluded to the fact that Ancestralite is going to be absolutely great for helping you to delve into the past. And when it comes to the chakras, this is going to work with the incarnate chakra. Now, what on earth is the incarnate chakra? Am I just making up chakras now? No. Well, you've got your base chakra, and you know that that helps to keep you grounded and feel safe and secure. Then below that, you have your earth star chakra. That keeps you connected to the earth and all the creatures and the other people that dwell upon the earth. And then below that, we have the incarnate chakra. Whereas the base chakra and the earth star chakra are about the here and now, the incarnate chakra delves into primarily the past. It allows you to connect with your tribe, your clan, your origins, whether it be your bloodline from your DNA that you have now, but sometimes we just feel that we're kind of drawn to different cultures that we have no family connection to. And it's quite possible that your soul could have actually had a lifetime or many lifetimes or an important lifetime there as well. By working with Ancestralite, relaxing with it below your feet, visualizing kind of a dark black, and black's not evil, remember, dark's going mysterious. It's going into the mysterious realms, the unknown realms, and seeing that energy kind of delving through the caves of time, Ancestralite can really help you to access that, to feel the strength of that origins, of those clans, of those tribes, of your background, but also to draw the wisdom and to use that, the things that went wrong, the things that went well, and to make sure that you learn from both and actually can apply them into your everyday life today. So when you feel that you want to work with that incarnate chakra and connect with your past and past lives, this is going to be a great crystal to help open up those gateways. With Ancestralite, you can decide how far you want to go back. And it's not just about going far, far back, but you can actually do some kind of clearing and some healing of generations that are still alive today or have had a significant impact on your life. So we're looking at grandparents and parents and so on. This is definitely a crystal to help ground, cleanse, and take away the pain and the emotional suffering that's been brought through from generation to generation. If there's any kind of heartache or, somewhere where you've been betrayed, this is a great crystal to help ground you and let go of that. Almost kind of let it emerge into the earth and be changed and transmuted into a more positive energy, where only the lessons exist and continue on. Now, this is really good if you find that you're in a circumstance where in something in the family, there's always been something unspoken. Maybe there was something that happened in the past and your parents just don't speak about it, or, there was something culturally that's not spoken about. Any of those type of things, keeping secrets can sometimes make them more pronounced than just kind of having it out in the open and dealing with it. It's stuck energy. And this is a crystal that definitely allows you to say, goodbye past, hello tomorrow, and clear all that out. So if you need to dissolve any kind of issues that are kind of lingering from the past, you can definitely work with this crystal as well. But you don't even have to go back into past generations. Ancestralite will actually help you to let go of heartache and heartbreak and any emotional pain that you've suffered in your lifetime as well. Because of its grounding nature, it will really help you to kind of submerge below the craziness of the emotional and the mental angst that you may have suffered from past experiences, and just to let it go, to let it flow. And so it's a really great one for grounding in that way. If you feel that there is a lot of magical work that needs to do and you want to do some healings and that type of thing, then Ancestralite combined with Barralet bluestone, I'll link to that video at the end of this video if you want to revise on that. Barralet bluestone is what Stonehenge is made out of. they as a really powerful ancestral kind of 1-2 punch and magical duo for going into the past and healing the past and drawing the lessons and the power from the past combined together. Absolutely amazing. If you're a jewelry maker, you may want to get a little bit of each and combine a pendant or do something like that. It would be a really powerful duo. In fact, I need to do that. Any jewelry makers, let me know. We all have rough times or challenging times throughout our life. And whether you're dealing with large amounts of stress, despair, grief, or some kind of pain or suffering, this is going to be a really great crystal again to help ground you through that and make sure that you don't make any silly decisions or say something you don't mean to say that will impact you negatively in the long run. Sometimes, because of the craziness of life, we're actually just trying to keep our heads above water and we don't actually get that time to pause and work out what's actually causing me to feel depressed or upset or blue or unmotivated or all those types of things. Just by carrying a piece of this in your pocket and maybe just finding 2 or 3 minutes to sit outside in nature will just help to start scratch away the surface to work out what is the underlying reason for you feeling negative and not your absolute positive self. Really, really beautiful for this. But talking about carrying it, it's a great piece if you've got one piece or even if you're greedy and have two, one in each pocket when you do have to deal with a rather unsettling situation. Maybe your work is really stressful or really demanding. It can be really great in that respect as well. The other thing that Ancestralite is often found to be beneficial for is when we do have challenges with our mind as we get older. It could be anything like dementia or Alzheimer's. This is a great stone for supporting those individuals or anyone who has any kind of attention disorder. Ancestralite has been found to be really grounding and settling and helpful in that regard if that's a challenge for you or someone you're helping out as well. Throughout my videos, you've probably kind of got the gist of any crystal that has a shine to it or a sheen to it is really quite protective. More so actually than black crystals. Black crystals absorb the unwanted energy, then we have to cleanse it. But if you've got something like a tiger's eye, labradorite, petersite, our star rubies and our star sapphires, those types of sheens, even moonstone, can help to deflect unwanted energy away from us. There is a shine to Ancestralite. So this grounding and shielding effect can really help with negativity that's around you. If you are stuck in a negative situation that you can't get out of immediately, Ancestralite could be a good tool to help guard you against that. In doing so, not only does it shield that negativity, but in that groundedness, it helps you focus on what's truly important and can actually bring in more waves of positivity and centeredness when you are in those kind of chaotic situations. So if you need a bit of shielding and grounding, this is going to be great for you. By the time something manifests physically, I'm normally looking at something like essential oils that can work directly with the body really, really quickly. We know that crystals work on a vibrational level and work more with the emotional or the ancestral type of issues that can cause things to eventually, if not dealt with immediately, manifest in the physical. However, I have heard of many people having great experiences with Ancestralite and back pain, especially lower back pain. Now, what you can do is just warm it up in your hands, if it's a tumble piece, and then actually hold it on that area. If you've got a tumbled stone or the stone is in a shape where you could actually massage some essential oils into that area, that could be really beneficial as well. But just leaving it there can really help, it seems, to help with lower back pain. Now, when we think about the emotional cause behind lower back pain, it's normally about feeling unsupported. And when we think about how this is such a grounding crystal to really help ground you and find your roots in your ancestry, your clan, your power, in who you are and what you've come from, then you may, even if you don't feel supported by the people around you right now, maybe you can feel the support of the people around you from the past, such as your ancestors. So if you do feel sometimes that you are getting lower back pain and it is more to do with a metaphysical culmination that it's come from, Ancestralite might be the thing to keep on your lower back as much as you can. A little flat piece like this could even be taped there and stuck there throughout the day with some surgical tape. Ancestralite's not really a crystal that you're going to walk around with every day and use all the time. It's really for that deep and healing work. And so when you are using it for that type of work, make sure that you are giving it a cleanse regularly so that you're getting it at its optimum kind of performance. Of course, being such a grounding stone, this is going to be a really beautiful one to ground with the element of earth. Now, you can simply place it upon the earth, and remember that the raw pieces being iron can tarnish after a little while, so you want to make sure that it's not going to get moist while you're putting it outside in nature. You can also bring in other gifts of nature. If you want an essential oil to work with, try guaiac wood. Guaiac wood is a lesser known essential oil that is gifted from the heartwood of a tree. The tree is native to Paraguay, where they actually call it Palo Santo. It's a bit of a cousin of the commonly known Palo Santo essential oil. Guaiac wood as a wood is very heavy, and if I was to place it in this stream behind me, it would actually sink, which is quite uncommon for water. For wood, I should say. Now, what that kind of translates to is a wood that will sink is a wood that's willing to go deep into the emotions, deep into the healing realm. And so guaiac wood can be a really great supporter for helping you to go deep and look at those things that need to be healed. Plus, it's used in Paraguay, it's burnt as a wood to help with grief and for allowing things to move on. So really powerful in that way. Because Ancestralite is so good at helping you to dig into the depths, the animal that kept on kind of rearing its head or digging its head and burrowing into the ground was the mole. And so you can connect with mole while holding onto a bit of Ancestralite and go, mole, what do you have to guide me on? What do you have to teach me? What do I need to dig up? And see what mole has to share with you. Astrologically, I would associate Ancestralite with Pluto. Pluto, again, goes into those dark depths and goes digging to find where the raw power can be released. Pluto is the higher octave of Mars. Mars rules Tuesday. So if you really want to get your most out of Ancestralite, then you want to work with it on a Tuesday. Now, Ancestralite is a bit of a rare crystal, but it is readily available and not too expensive. Have you got it in your collection, or have I now whet your appetite? I'd love to hear about your experiences with Ancestralite. Please leave a comment in the section below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.